Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Friends, payments are a crucial part of your banking responsibilities, whether you are in clerical position or an officer role. Every day you handle transactions and process instruments at your branches. However, there are times when you must clearly inform a customer that the check or instrument they are carrying cannot be processed, or simply you can't pass that instrument or check. This video is designed to help new bankers understand these situations, but experienced bankers can also benefit from by watching to gain clarity on when to refuse a payment request. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the go-to channel for top quality content which is designed specially for you. Also, don't miss on my exclusive Facebook group where I post lots of one-pagers and other resources to boost your banking career and also help you in conquering your certification exams. Plus, you can also connect me on Telegram and Instagram for even more tips and updates. All the links to join are there in description of this video, so do join after you finish this lecture. So friends, I am going to walk through 8 critical situations where you must refuse or deny payment to a customer. Along the way, I will also give you my personal tips which will help you in your banking career. So the first scenario is when you receive the stop payment instruction. Friends, there are many cases when after having drawn a check, a drawer, that is the person who made that check or the account holder whose the check belongs to, now he may instruct you to stop the payment of that particular check. So as soon as you receive a request from the customer, you mark that check or instrument as stop payment in your system, and then you can give the receiving to the customer if he asks for. But how you give the receiving in case of stop payment? Well, you give your signature as usual, but here the important thing to note is the time of receiving as well. Last but not the least, never give your receiving before marking the instrument as stopped into the system. Many casual bankers have this habit of giving the receiving as soon as they get the instruction letter from the customer. And just imagine if the instrument is passed in between the time you gave your receiving and the time you actually marked as stopped in the system. Now in this case, the whole accountability will be yours and bank will definitely take action against you as per its norms. Then second scenario is when you receive the information of death or insanity of the customer. Friends, as per law, the death terminates all contracts. So as soon as you receive the information about customer's death or the customer have become insane or insolvent, then you must refuse the payment of checks presented afterwards. But friends, by hearing about the death, can you refuse the payment? Well, no, it's not. In fact, it is the duty or responsibility of the legal heirs of the deceased to inform the concerned bank about the death of the account holder and request the bank to close the account by producing a copy of death certificate of the deceased account holder. Only then you will stop all payments pertaining to that account. Next friends, if you are enjoying this video, then go ahead and hit that like button. It lets me know that you are loving the content and it motivates me to create even more such awesome videos to help you in your daily banking and certifications. So like the video and drop a comment saying great content. Your feedback means a lot and I will also make sure to keep delivering top quality material for you. Let's move forward with our video. Then next scenario is when you receive a garnishee order. Friends, in simple terms, a garnishee order is a court order directing a third party, that is garnishee, to pay money of a judgment debtor with him to a judgment creditor. Please note here the banker is called garnishee. So friends, if you receive a garnishee order, that in simple terms a court order against any of the bank customer, then you have to simply log the customer's account up to the amount mentioned in the garnishee order. So in this situation, you cannot pay other checks even if there is sufficient balance in the customer's account. Moreover, the banker also gets the statutory protection for a dishonor of check in obliging a garnishee order from the court. The next scenario is, now this is when you receive a defective title of the holder. Friends, in the cases where a banker is suspicious about the title of the holder of a check and has sufficient ground to believe that the holder who is presenting the check has no title or his title is defective, then you as a banker must refuse to honor such checks. Now friends, just suppose Mr. Joseph gives a bearer check, that is an uncrossed check to Stalin, which is stolen by another person, Mr. Matthews, who comes to bank for uncashing that check. Then please note Matthews is carrying a defective title and you can very easily deny this payment. But friends, now you will say, sir, how can we know that that particular check is stolen one? Yes friends, that's true. And that's why there is a protection for you. If you make the payment without the knowledge of such theft, then you as a banker will be discharged of your obligation and will get protection under section 85/2 of Negotiable Instruments Act. But if in case you become suspicious or even after confirming from the account holder, you can easily deny the payment to the presenter of the check. The next scenario is when the account is closed. Now friends, when the customer has given his application or notice to bank for closing his account, or even when his account is already closed, then after receiving such kind of closing notice from the customer, the banker should not make any payment of the check drawn in that account. Well, the correct procedure is to close the account as soon as possible after receiving the application from the customer so that no payment can be done at other branches as well. The next scenario is when the customer has lost the instrument or check. Friends, when the customer has lost the check and has informed the bank about the loss of the check, then you as a banker has full right to dishonor such check. But friends, in these cases, practically and ideally you should take a stop payment application from the customer and mark that check as stopped in the system for your better safety. The next scenario is when you receive an inchoate check. Friends, please note if a check is missing some information such as date, amount, payee or drawer's signature, then it is known as inchoate check. And as a banker, if you receive an inchoate check presented for payment, then you must dishonor it. In this situation, you are not liable for dishonoring the check even if account has sufficient funds. But rest assured, you have full protection in such cases. Then last scenario is when you receive a materially altered instrument or check. Friends, material alteration refers to the changes made to the check's date, amount, page name or removal of crossing, etc. Now these alterations compromise the check's credibility. So as a banker, it's crucial for you to refuse a payment on any check that has been materially altered. But if the drawer, that is account holder, confirms the check alteration by putting his full signature near the alteration, then banker can entertain payment of a check. Now please note, now Reserve Bank of India does not allow alteration of any part of check except date. But friends, still this procedure is going on in the banks in good faith. Yes friends, many things are done in good faith in banks and this is also one such thing. Most often branch staff call the customer about such materially altered check, and then if the customer confirms on the phone to pass such instrument, then in good faith if the customer is good, then banks also pass such checks. Later banks takes the full signature of the customer on that check. So friends, with this I wind up this video. I hope you found it valuable and gained lots of insights. And if you are looking for quality JIB, CIB and certification books, then check out my these 1000 series books. All the links are there in description of this video. So thank you for watching and I will see you in next video.